We got a lot to talk about, though, in this hour.
Yeah, we do, and we need you to help us.
Yes.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. How you guys feeling about Dejounte Murray? Be honest. Dejounte Murray. You mad at him? Yeah, some of you are comparing him on social media to Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, like all of a sudden you hate him as much as you do that dude.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm like, over 2 tweets? Are you kidding?
Please.
But if you, I need to understand where you're coming from, because right now I don't. I don't understand some of the mean tweets towards Dejounte Murray over his tweets after he was traded away. He went from fan favorite to a villain.
Yeah, everybody was all sad when he got traded, and we wish you the best, Dejounte, and, oh, it's all going to be good. Look, Dejounte Murray's 25 years old. He's still a kid, right? Like a lot of Spurs Twitter, very young, opinionated, and I think Dejounte kind of got goaded into something that maybe he shouldn't have tweeted out, but just basically told this dude that the Spurs are in for 15 years of losing seasons, and it's not all about basketball. There's a problem somewhere else.
So Dejounte tweeted 2 days ago, I feel free and I feel wanted. Best season along with being happy on the way, I promise. That didn't sit well with Spurs fans.
Nope.
Somebody tweeted him and said, fly, little birdie. Good luck getting to the second round at least. We got the picks and we're building around Keldon. Dejounte responded to that dude and said, the way that system's set up, you're going to be losing for the next 15 years. Problem is bigger than basketball.
Which that's the interesting part.
That really is, because now you go try to figure out the culture. You try to figure out what's going on inside the room. And there are several, including one guy that hosts a show here from noon to 2 named Michael Jimenez.
Yeah.
That tweeted out, how do you rebuild with a 70-year-old coach?
He did say that.
So I look at that and I go, okay, did Dejounte and Pop get sideways? And we don't know the answer to that. Did the Spurs, being the organization that we think they are, were they honest with Dejounte about his future? And he didn't like it. And that turned a relationship sour.
I think they were honest with Dejounte about what they wanted to do rebuilding-wise, and Dejounte didn't want to be a part of a rebuild. He wanted to be a part of a winning team. And that's where I see it. I've got nothing to base that on other than seeing Dejounte Murray in Atlanta right now, happy to be there, happy to have an opportunity to get to the second round. I mean, I don't see that one guy, well, good luck getting to the second round. Well, at least they're going to get to round one, most likely.
Well, the other part of it, too, is when you look at the rebuild, and look, a contract for Keldon that followed the trade of Dejounte, does that mean that they're building around Keldon? Not necessarily, but it could. At least for right now, he becomes the centerpiece or the highest paid player.
And he's
and he feels loved. He feels wanted.
Yeah, okay. He's just the end of the list. I mean, Derek White was the guy. Gave him a $70+ million contract. He's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Dejounte Murray, he was the guy. Give him the contract. What, $16 million a year? He's gone.
But did they decide they couldn't build around him? Did they decide that he wasn't the Batman? That he wasn't going to be the guy that you could build around? And now he gets traded to Atlanta, where he is clearly the Robin to Trae Young. He's not Batman. You can't act like Batman when you're Robin.
So you're trying to trigger me here, aren't you? Because you know how I despise this whole Batman. Dejounte can't be the Batman of the Spurs. Well, can Keldon Johnson be the Batman of the Spurs? I mean, honestly, we don't know that.
We don't know
that. The young
that.
man is 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He's 22 years old. Got an $80 million contract. So when his thing... Wow. So that drives me insane. I don't know how Batman and Robin got into the NBA and who's this and who's that. Why don't you just say the leader? You can't be a leader of a team. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Look, so we don't know if Keldon Johnson's the guy or not. 2 years from now, the Spurs may decide, well, we're going to ship you off to Atlanta too.
Atlanta would end up with a good team. I look at this, and again, the whole Batman Robin,
it drives me insane.
I mean, Scottie Pippen was the Robin to Michael Jordan being Batman. I mean, there are some guys that are a number one. It's like Wade Phillips, great coordinator, not a great head coach. Some people are good too. They're not a good one. Chuck Vans on Twitter says, with all the hate on Dejounte, will Stores finally put his jersey on sale? Would you buy one now on sale?
Absolutely.
Would you? I mean, you paid full price for one 6 months ago.
I did. It was one of the Fiesta ones because my daughter wanted it for Christmas, and I did. And she's going to wear it, continue to wear that thing. So that's okay. She was in love with Dejounte, not because of his basketball. She thought he was cute. So, having said all of that, look, I don't know if you can't build around a Dejounte Murray. I get that, but who is it going to be? I mean, do Spurs fans, and I'm asking all of you because I'd like your opinion on this. I honestly would like your opinion on this. Is Keldon Johnson the guy that the Spurs are going to plant their flag with? Or is he just another in a list of guys that, well, it's just not quite, and we haven't found that guy yet?
Well, I don't think they have found that guy yet. And so, in the meantime, you have to have a leader on your team. No matter what that team is, no matter what that future is.
And do you think that's Keldon Johnson?
It's Keldon Johnson right now. Look, Keldon, I thought it was going to be Keldon Johnson last year. And I was hard on Keldon Johnson a year ago, coming off of the Olympic gold medal and all that kind of stuff. And I said this many times early in the season before you joined us in January, and you heard me say it after. He was, in my mind, the most disappointing of these Spurs players because my expectation for Keldon Johnson last year was too high. I set the bar too high for what I thought Keldon Johnson was going to do. Dejounte far exceeded expectation. Mm-hmm. The Spurs, with whatever they know inside of their room, right? I mean, you look, Lonnie Walker's gone. Nobody misses him. Derek White's gone. Nobody misses him. Can Keldon be that guy? Can he be that leader? I mean, you look at Greg Popovich, handpicked him for the Olympic team, got him that Olympic experience, got him to be around all those other all-stars, all those other pros. Greg Popovich wanted to make sure that kid, Keldon Johnson, got to experience that and then rewarded him with this big contract this offseason. So, yeah, I think right now, based on all those indications, the Spurs look at Keldon Johnson as the leader in the clubhouse.
Well, then they must know something that the rest of us don't, or I certainly don't, because I'm going to compare those two guys, Keldon Johnson and Dejounte Murray. Mm-hmm. From day one, when Dejounte Murray got to San Antonio, he was barking orders at LaMarcus Aldridge.
He was
showing his leadership at that point in time, and the man continued to show his leadership here in San Antonio. I could have looked at Dejounte Murray and said, yeah, this is the guy. He can lead this basketball team, and you put a couple of pieces around him, and I think we got a pretty good ball club here. Keldon Johnson, I think, is going to be a great basketball player, but can he lead a team? Can he be that team leader? From what I've seen right now, I just don't know. I'm not convinced that he can be. You see the difference that I'm making there?
I do, but again, though, we haven't. I mean, you look at a point guard coming in and quarterbacking. I would expect him to be barking at people because he's trying to run the plays.
Right.
So his position gives him that ability. We saw that with Dak Prescott. When Tony Romo was hurt and little Kellen Moore snapped his leg right in front of us. And, and then all of a sudden Dak is in the huddle and he's barking at people. Well, he's the quarterback. He needs to do that.
Sure.
So what I saw from Dejounte, quite honestly, is what I expect from a guy that's running the point. And from Keldon, we will see where he fits in if he can be that kind of leader. Because at the same token, we never saw Tim Duncan really doing as the vocal leader on the court. Now, We've all heard stories through the years about different things Tim would do
right
in the locker room or sitting on the bench. So his leadership style, still a work in progress, but clearly based on the contract extension that to me seems early. If I'm Keldon, I don't know that I would have signed that deal this summer.
Well,
I don't know that I would have.
When you're 22 years old and there's $80 million in front of your face,
yeah,
that's not bad. So if he fulfills that contract, he's still only 26. He's in the prime of his career. So he's, I don't blame him for signing it. And obviously, the Spurs management had a chat with this young man and said, look, this is how we're going. This is what we're going to do. And we want you to be a part of that. We want you to be the main part of that. I think Keldon Johnson is going to improve. I do. I think he can be a 20-point plus guy. I think now, especially, you put him back in his natural position, and I think you're going to see a big improvement in him this year. I think Devin Vassell, you're going to see a big improvement in him this year. And I think with some of the other pieces, still you've got a point guard problem. Who's going to be that guy? Trey Jones, Josh Primo, one of those guys, or will we see somebody else? I don't know. But I think this team is going to be better than a lot of everybody else thinks that they're going to be because of that. But I still don't see that one piece or that direction that the Spurs can plant their flag with and say, we're rebuilding around this guy, and that's what, let's go. And, they got 20 draft picks in the closet. What are they going to do with that?
It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. All I know is you think they're going to be north of 30 wins this year.
I think that is a distinct possibility, yes.
I'm leaving for Vegas on Thursday.
I'm not giving you a dime.
The over-under's at 23.5. You want me to place a bet for you?
No. I got a little app that I can do that on.
I'm just saying. It's so much better when you get an actual ticket.
I'll get a
put
ticket.
It in your wallet and keep it there.
No, it'll be on my phone. It'll be great.
It'll
be on my phone. It'll be nice. It'll be fun. And I will show you when I get back, what I've done.
All right.
Okay.
You're going to put $100 on the Spurs winning 30 games.
I'm going to put $100 on the over 23.5. I don't think you can do a over 30.
I see. I need to figure out how you can make your $100 bet on 30 games, which I think, we're give the money to Edwin, tape it to the window here, although it'd probably disappear.
Yeah, there's no way I'm taping any money to this window. No way.
Let Pledge hold it.
Yeah, okay.
No. You don't trust Pledge?
No.
All right.
No. I don't. Not with money or food.
Definitely not food. Definitely not food.